Falcon Nation, Steve Leslie, YSNLive.com. What's up? It's Spartan Week here in Austintown. Sam's Wedge in Wednesday night, every Wednesday. Anthony, Romo, myself, proud to be here. Cannot thank the folks here at Sam's Wedge Inn for all their hospitality. Anthony and I love having a nice meal after we're done here. So Mark Presley, Donnie Sherwood, and the whole staff at Sam's Wedge Inn, from all of us at YSN, we love being a part of Austintown Fitch football and obviously a part of Sam's Wedge Inn. Anthony, senior player profile, JaShaugn Barrett, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
It's a pretty good football player right here. Linebacker, senior year. Talk about that a little bit. Talk about your family, any shout-outs you want to get, and how this season's going for you as a senior.
I would say, thanks to my mom and dad, nothing would be possible without them. And for them pushing me so hard just gets me here where I am today. And hopefully, everything that I take from here on out will just push me farther into life and just get me where I want to be.
Well, I think you're going to get where you want to go real fast because I think you're a good football player. Shout out to your parents for sure for all they do. I'm going to piggyback off that one. Your parents.
Yeah.
I love asking this question to everybody. Do you know where they sit on game night?
It varies. Sometimes
so at home it's probably different. Away is a little different.
Yeah. So at home they'll be in the middle section, right next to my great friend Brian Robinson. His dad,
Robinson, absolutely.
Yep, right next to him.
And when you go away, it's a little different.
Yeah.
Do you hear them? Are they loud in games, or do they sitting there just watching their son play? They're loud?
Every game, yep.
I love it. That's the best part of being about a parent, is rooting for your son. Be proud. JaShaugn Barrett, linebacker. Anthony, one of the best linebackers in our area, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. And, of course, you're playing for one of the best defenses, so that helps as well. Everyone's getting the same amount of exposure. To stay on the family aspect, at what age did you kind of start playing football?
I started playing football when I was around 6 years old. When I first came to Youngstown, it was a different atmosphere for me to get to because when I was younger, I grew up in Salem.
Okay.
But I kind of moved around a little bit. And then when I came to Youngstown, I first played for the YFFA Football League.
Coach Elliott.
Played for the Colts.
Okay.
And it really just started there. Played 2 years of that. And then my first year of tackle football was the Vonnie Rogers League. I played for the Mahoning Valley Bulldogs.
Okay.
And it just took off from there. I developed a real love for the game. And
what's your favorite part about the game?
My favorite part about the game would probably be the atmosphere. Because,
you're an energy guy. From calling the Urson Fitch game, you're a high energy guy. So off of high energy, this defense has faced some really good offenses.
Yeah.
And we talked with Coach Parker, another good running back this week.
Yep.
And I asked Coach, this defense gets better every week. You're one of those leaders on defense.
Yep.
I don't think we've seen, Anthony, how good this Fitch defense is yet. Would you agree with that?
I would say we haven't either, and there's still more potential to be reached leading into the playoffs. I feel like we're going to get better and better. Every day we're having a high-intensity practice on the other side of the ball, and competing against our offense just makes us overall better every day.
Iron sharpens iron.
Yeah. That's a pretty good offense to go against every day in practice, Anthony. Go ahead. You want to build off of that one?
So we talk about practice. Just how competitive are they? Because there are a lot of guys that could really play some football on Saturdays coming out of high school. How fun are practices for you guys kind of go against one another?
I would say as far as fun, there's a little bit of leeway. I would say as long as we have good energy and we're intense all throughout the practice, it's going to be a pretty fun practice because that gets the coaches hype and we feed off of the coaches, and then we go into games. It's just a whole different motive and motor for our team, and we go out there and kind of just light the field up.
So we go back to last week's game against Wadsworth, 42-35, 4 overtimes. Would you say that's one of the coolest games you've been a part of?
Definitely, because the atmosphere was different. Even though it was an away game, we still had many supporters.
Sure.
And we had a decent-sized student section as well.
That's nice.
And to play against a big program like that, And I think it's just a really big step for us.
I agree with you 100%. I want to ask you, that had to be a tiring game. 4 quarters and then 4 overtimes and so many different momentum swings in 4 overtimes. My God, you block a kick, you're back on. There's the interception. The defense got to go out and get a stop. Your conditioning in Austintown Fitch is very good. Talk about that little bit. I was able to watch the overtimes. I thought watching that you guys kind of were in better shape than Wadsworth in the 3rd and 4th overtimes. Would you agree?
I would agree. I would agree that their line
got a little tired.
Their line got a little tired going into the second half of the game. And we kind of beat them there because we always take that extra step at practice that makes us better.
Sign of a good football team.
That's a great sign.
We practice our speed very well and make sure that we're practicing like we're playing in the game.
Sure.
So,
and then I'm sure that you guys are very happy now that you finally get to play at home. You don't have to jump on a bus and drive an hour away.
Bus rides pretty long.
3 weeks in a row.
Right.
There's not a lot of schools that do that 3 weeks in a row. Let's be honest. I mean, that. There's not many teams that play 3 weeks in a row. And then I'll say this with JaShaugn Barrett: not too many teams play 3 weeks in a row with Massillon, Strongsville, Wadsworth. The schedule that you play is phenomenal.
Right.
That has to excite you as a football player to go against the best of the best, whether it's Ursuline, Massillon, it doesn't matter. You guys play great competition.
Yeah. I would say, like, at the beginning of the year, Foothill was like our main focus because Coach Parker stressed every day that at Foothill, when there was like high degrees, we were practicing outside and they couldn't practice.
Sure.
And they weren't practicing indoor either. So we were just getting a step better than them every day.
How fun was that? I say this. Our area football doesn't get the respect that it should get.
At all.
To play a Vegas they were supposed to be the best of the best. And we took them to the woodshed. To represent Youngstown, Ohio, against Vegas, that had to be fun to play.
It was Ohio versus everybody, Coach Parker, he schedules these games, and we just go in there with high expectations.
I love it.
Just execute.
And you represented the Mahoning Valley very good, Anthony. JaShaugn Barrett, senior player profile linebacker, one of the best linebackers in the area. Sam's Wedge in Wednesday night. The Falcons will face a familiar foe. The Boardman Spartans come to town. We'll have it for you on YSN Live Friday night. If you can't be there, come on over to Sam's Wedge Inn, have a great meal, and watch the Falcons. When I say Boardman Spartans, what's that mean? It's a huge rivalry.
I mean, to me, it's just another game. But maybe to some of the fans and some of the people, it's a little personal.
Sure.
Knowing their background and that it's going to be hard for them to come in and do what they usually do because our atmosphere is a little different than theirs. And everybody's going to be at this game. I think it's going to be a really physical game and a lot of competitiveness going on.
We talk crowds all the time.
Nothing. That's the best part of a football game.
Is that your favorite part of high school football, the atmospheres?
It is. The energy, it really just sparks. When you run out the tunnel.
You can hear it. And you got a great band. You got a great student section. You got
one of the nicest
stadiums in town. It's a great place to play. Come on out. What do you think? Rapid fire with this young man?
Yeah.
No wrong answers, so you can give us a good one. Let's go. I'm going to start you off. Big-time rivalry. What are you listening to pregame to get you ready to roll?
Pregame, I'm probably going to listen to anything. Probably touch on some Raw Wave.
Oh, yeah.
So he's young. He's a YSU. He gets into all your guys' music. So make sure you have that on Friday night. When you're out there warming up, stretching, make sure you do those things. Anthony, I'll throw it to you.
Well, that's a great Rod Wave comment to start off. Huge Rod Wave fan. What's your favorite pro athlete?
Favorite pro athlete probably be Bo Jackson, and I say that because he faced a lot of adversity coming into the league, and for him to play multi-sports and be greats in both of them,
man, do it.
It drives me even further because anything's possible, even though it's a different era. And for him to have that setback of him having one of the rarest injury, and for him to still be the man he is today is just
Anthony. I love that answer for a guy like you said that's not in this student athletes area. I love that answer. that was one of my favorite guys to watch, whether it be baseball, football. He was going 110 miles an hour. That's a great answer. All right. Favorite college football team?
College football team. I would probably say Ohio State.
All right.
Just because I live in Ohio.
Okay.
It's a good defense.
That's a good defense.
And
favorite pro football team?
Pro football team. I got to go with the Niners.
I like that.
I got to take them all the
Jimmy
way.
G.
Big Debo Samuel guy?
Yeah.
Debo Samuel. You talk about energy and those types of things.
And a team with
Bosa
Valley ties.
on the line. Yeah, Valley ties there, obviously. That's a good answer.
He brings
with JaShaugn Barrett. Favorite class you've had at Austintown Fitch, and a shout out and thank you to one of your favorite teachers?
I would have to say environmental science. Miss Mang. It's like I got a couple of the guys there.
John Mang's wife,
yes,
Miss Mang.
Yep.
Mrs. Mang, shout out to you. Thanks for all you do for JaShaugn Barrett and all the Falcon football team throughout a good year. Anthony, that's a great answer. Teachers don't get enough credit for what these student athletes go through every week.
Of course, they're just as big of a part of the week as the coaches are, because I'm sure you know as well as anyone, grades have to be up there for you to even get the opportunity to play. So I think that here at YSN, we appreciate all the teachers that put in the hard work and help these guys excel on the field on Friday nights.
No doubt. College football. I say we called your game. Anthony was the play-by-play, called your game a lot, the Urson game. What does JaShaugn want to do? You see yourself playing college football?
I can see myself playing college football, definitely.
Any ideas or thoughts on where you want to go?
Far away from home, but not too far. I get a little homesick, miss my family.
We all
but
do.
At the end of the day, I know they're going to support me for what I want to do. And it's going to suck for a while, but you just got to get used to it.
Get used to it when you go on your own. College coaches, you get on a good one right here. JaShaugn Barrett, one of the best linebackers in the Mahoning Valley. Role models. You're having a bad day. Things aren't going the way you want them to go. Who's your go-to?
My go-to would probably be my mom, because it's not always the best day for her, and she can't come home and relax because she still has to work and take care of the house. And just having a long day at work, I know it just upsets her, and she just filled with anger because she just wants to relax. But
sure, moms don't get to do that.
Nope.
So shout out to Mom, Anthony, for sure. I love my mom dearly. I know you do. Moms are special. They're there all the time. They work all the time. They're there for their kids all the time. So, Mom, shout out for all you do for this young man. Anthony, we'll let you wrap it up with one.
Okay. Let me end it here. Coming in to this week, we talked to Coach Parker. We talk to him every week. What's one word to describe Coach TJ Parker?
I was energetic. He's a very energetic man.
He can't sit still. He couldn't sit still here when we were doing this interview.
And he brings a lot of energy. Like his talks before the game.
Good.
I think they really sink deep into our thoughts. And that gets us going because seeing his emotion, I think it drives us.
He's a Fitch guy. Played there, been there, done that, played in college.
He'll have a lot of energy this week.
A lot of energy. There'll be some energy on that talk, I'm sure, Friday night. Yeah. JaShaugn Barrett, linebacker, Austintown Fitch. Austintown, he represents you on and off the field very well. Austintown Nation, come on out Friday night, Falcon Stadium. The Spartans invade Austintown Fitch. Boardman Fitch, the rivalry continues Friday night. We'll have it for you. YSN Live, 7 o'clock, Ty Bartell. JaShaugn, best of luck Friday night. Have fun and go get another W.
Thank you.
All righty.